slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put in the...
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Mike, ready? 250. Mike, let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Stafford on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall. Complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Mahomes. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rolling to his right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. It got his man complete. Evades him at the 20. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Mahomes now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the team...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Second quarter action down from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Hill shedding the tackle. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow. Hey, alert 3. Check 37.
Now P-Ryan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll go to P-Ryan, trying to pound it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 4.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Smallwood. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A run with Smallwood. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. To throw is Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
On second down, Johnson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Third down, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team. That they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes flushed into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21 to...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
That one complete to Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. 15. Yellow. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Down to lose one. Hey, color. Alpha.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go, Lou, lady.
And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time to his left. They complete it to Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And down inside the 15 he goes. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 20. drive it up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
White. Mike's 50.
Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run, Smallwood. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Smallwood. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. 20. 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Mike Pennell with the tackle.
Check 50.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
Again, it's Smallwood. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 30. On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And an alley to run. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Hey. 33. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Hey, check Mike 33. What happened?
To try again after the sack. Stafford. He completes it to Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Mahomes. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Going right back to Smallwood. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Smallwood. And an alley to run. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
22. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, go
Smallwood gets the give running left. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Easy. Watch the out.
Now Smallwood running right. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. On first down, it's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. 44 yards. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. They go play fake. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's McCoy trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Mahomes stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Mahomes going to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Stafford on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Mike Pennell. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go. Hey, 22. We got double up. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, easy.
Third down, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I'm here all day. Hey, 22. Go. Shift 33. Exit.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw it here. Rolling to his left. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Ready. Yellow 20. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Hey. Ready, hot.
Now a give running right at Smallwood. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced, playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now I can juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this round here, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give me.